Hi guys, this is chapter 2 of my domestic violence. Let's talk. And today I want to continue this series because I really have to talk about these issues as they're pressing on me. It's just too many of my young diamonds are leaving here going to heaven. And I'm so sad hearing all this. Like, ladies, we cannot change these men. Men, you cannot change an abusive woman. You cannot make that person what you want them to be. No matter how many times you go upside their head, no matter how many times you curse them out, no matter how many times you disgrace them in public, or no matter how many times you criticize them. And this is one of the main things I had to learn. When a guy or a gal criticizes you, they can't praise you, they denounce what you're doing, they don't like you. There's no love there. There's no like there. Because a lot of time we're so focused on love. We want love. We want love from these people. We just need our love. We need our boo. We need this. We need that. We want to be on Instagram, flexing, flossing, whatever you call it. We want to be on Facebook with our status updated. We want that ring on our finger. We want that, be able to say like my husband. It really annoys me sometimes I hear women say my husband like 15 times in 1 minute. Ladies, outside of if you have children, if you have a husband, your boyfriend, whatever, you still need to have your own life. And I think this is a contributing factor to DV, because you lose yourself. You will lose yourself quickly and easily. And it doesn't take long to do that. It does not take long to do that. But let me get back to the subject at hand. The subject at hand is when he criticizes you, he doesn't even like you, let alone love you. So this is some of the slights I've heard over the years. I heard one incident where a guy was like, it's lonely at the top. Like, really? Fool. It's a lot of people at the top and they all stick together, dumbbell. The next thing was, you think you're something because you're LPN. That came from my husband after I passed my state boards. I was married to sleeping with the enemy. Sleeping with the enemy because I thought this man was supporting me. I thought he was, but I should have known better, because when I got pregnant, he didn't pay my bills. He didn't pay any of my bills. And I had to rush back to work. I went back to work 3 weeks after I had my last child, my son, while I was married. So we put too much power and energy into these relationships. And a lot of time we had to be careful with that, because I know a lot of people, this new thing is stay-at-home moms, but you better know how to take care of yourselves, ladies. You better know how to write a check. You better know how to pay your bills. You need to know how to drive. And because at the time that I was married, when I first got married, I didn't even know how to drive. It was one of the friends of one of his friends' wives actually taught me how to drive at 26 years old. I had never been in a car, never drove. Had been in a car, being a passenger, but had never driven. And I'm so grateful today that she took the time to, learn to teach me to drive, And, it took me a while to grasp the concept of being coordinated while I drive. Make sure you put your foot on the brake pedal to stop it and the gas pedal to start it. And, but I got out there. I didn't give up. And I got my driver's license because that enabled me to be able to get to jobs, to be able to move when I needed to be able to leave the house when my husband was out working. That's the only way I was able to get out of that situation. Because I knew that if I had left while he was there, it would have been volatile. We were living in a high-rise at the time too. That would not have ended up well at all. So I had to plot and plan. See, when you're a woman in these type of situations, you need to be on guard. And I hate to say this, but you've got to stay on guard at all times. I was walking on eggshells. I was always edgy. Somebody come up to me, I was nervous. And this man didn't defend me. I had a homeless guy chasing me down, stalking me. My husband did not approach the guy at all. He was just telling me, you need to call the police if the guy bothers you, blah, blah, blah. The guy had followed me home a couple of times, waving his eggplant at me and everything. My husband didn't defend me. That's why the ladies on YouTube, these Jules, I love her channel. Go over and check out Jules. They'll put in Jules and domestic violence. And then type in her name will pop up. She's like an angel on here. She's really spilling the game. Like, she's letting you know that you can be a whole person again after domestic violence. And it takes a while. It's still decades later that I feel the pain of a beautiful young woman being taken away because, because her boyfriend couldn't see her value. Most importantly, she didn't see her value. And she felt like she had to stay in that relationship to be validated. Ladies, we don't have to be in these toxic relationships to be approved by men, or a man doesn't have to be approved by a woman. And it's men out here take the mess too. They taking it just as bad as the women. But my ladies are leaving here so fast. And I really just want to say one more. I want to be able to reach one more. I want to be able to save one more. I'm sorry. They're leaving here, leaving their children behind. They'll never be able to see their children grow up. They'll never be able to see their children graduate. They'll never be able to see their kids walk across the high school stage. Those are precious memories out here. And when these guys criticize you and tell you you're not good enough, nobody will ever want you because I'm the only one stupid enough to want you. Don't you dare listen to that garbage. Don't you listen to that nonsense. Don't you let him tell you you're nothing. You are priceless. You are a gem. You are a diamond. You are something to be treated like porcelain. And instead we have men balling up their fists out here. Big grown, dusty, crusty men, the ones who are doing it. I'm calling you out. I don't care if you come over here and say what you need to say. I don't care. I will hide you. I will block you. Because the women are suffering. They're being taken out of here. Like, it's crazy. These numbers are astonishing. I'm so disgusted with the numbers. And every time I look up, it's a new story. Every single day. I look back on these YouTube channels, and so many people have just been taken away from here, taken away from their families because a guy can't stand for you to shine. That makes no sense at all. A diamond will shine. I don't care if you do put it under. It will shine forever. It will shine. That diamond will shine forever. And you can't stop it from shining. You cannot stop it from shining. I don't care what you do, what you say. That diamond will continue to shine. And when a man puts you down, and he can make a joke about it, oh, you could stand to lose a couple of pounds, blah, 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 blah. And you should tell him, so could your mama. You and your mama could stand to lose a couple too. I'm being facetious, but I'm trying to laugh to keep from crying because these situations are so toxic. How dare somebody come into your life and tell you you're not good enough for them? How about let's turn this around. Let's look at you. Maybe you're not good enough to be over here with me. Because baby, this one here ain't no joke. This one here. If I put my all into something, it's going to be successful. It has to be successful because my intention is good for it. And I've been put down before. I've had the snide remarks and then I'm like, oh, okay, he's criticizing me. He's criticizing me because he doesn't have the balls to tell me that he's feeling emasculated, as they say. He's feeling less than a man because I'm outshining him. But if you handle that diamond with grace and put some mercy on top of it, if you just hold it and take care of it, it can't help but to be even better. But when you take it and toss it and mistreat it and throw it around and punch it, it's going to go through something. But you can't destroy the value of it. It's still a diamond. It is still a diamond. So no matter how much they try to knock you down and tell you you're nothing, you're going to be nothing without me, nobody will ever want you and your kids, that's okay. That's okay, boo. That's okay. It's going to be all right. You know why? Because we want each other. And that's why I used to tell my kids when they were younger, we can do so much together. But people grow up, they go, their mindsets get changed around and they don't see the full vision. But if you teach them early on, let's do this together. Let's have a clean house together. When I go to work, kids, you all come and sit down, wash the dishes, take out the trash before it gets dark, lock up the house while I'm here, do your homework, warm up the food that I cook for you all over the weekend. Take your baths, your showers at night. Get your clothes ready for the week on Sunday. Like if we all work this out together. And then when you get a certain age, you get your little summer job, we can all be making money together. We all go in this pot together. We all doing things together. So that if you have to do without that relationship, it's going to be okay. Your kids will be okay. You will be okay. Like you will still be able to make it. But we're taught to put so much into a relationship because the world teaches us that we're nothing without it. That's the biggest lie out here. The truth is that you can have a successful relationship with yourself. The most successful, happiest times I've ever had have been when I'm not in a relationship. And I hate to say that, but it's true. When I'm not sitting up worried about being on eggshells. The next night, Mark he might say, when men are not supportive and criticize you, that's how the domestic violence starts. It starts with the smallest thing. And I'm sure a lot of women overlook that. But if you go back and listen and look how they look in pictures, and you see how some of the guys are so they're just like, ugh, like they don't really want to be there with you. Let the person on gender reveal pictures and they're kind of like standoffish and they're not happy. They halfway smiling and they trying to pretend like everything has to be on camera so that people can see that you're supposed to be happy and you're not really happy because they hadn't have. They're not being honest with themselves. They're not being honest with you, but they want everything on social media so you can portray one thing and something else going on at home. If you are in a relationship where social media is portraying you differently from your real life, that's a problem. You're from your real relationship, that's a problem. That's a way that he's showing you that he doesn't celebrate you. And I have a video about that. Go where you're celebrated and not tolerated. Because when a guy tolerates you, he doesn't care. Or a gal tolerates you guys, she doesn't care. She doesn't care if you get home safe. She doesn't care if you text her or not. You can text her all day and all night. She still wouldn't care if you got home drunk, knowing you were driving, you had one beer too many. She doesn't care how you get home. She's like, whatever. That's the person that does not celebrate you. When a person celebrates you, they check on you. They make sure you're okay. Because when you're not okay, they're not okay. And that's all I want in a relationship. I don't ever want to settle for anything less than that ever again. I'd rather be by myself than be bothered with somebody who will not celebrate me, but who will sit up and criticize, judge. Oh, you spend too much money. You do this, you do that. It's my money. You don't control my money, sir. I have the right to spend my money on whatever and whoever I choose to. Well, your kids always need this. My kids are not your responsibility, sir. They were here long before you got here. Calm down. So we put up with so much nonsense with these guys. We put up with so much craziness. And we sit up and say, oh, okay. You know, guys should never be able to sit in your face after insulting you in private or public. He should not have us, the space in your bed should be an ice cube versus having him laying in it. Because sleeping with the enemy is the number one reason why so many of these women are being taken out. That guy can be right there in the house with you and turn on you and at the flip of a switch. That's how fast these situations escalate. Because in their little sick puppy minds, and the women too, whoever do it, when these people get anxious and have to get back at you, it's a get back at you type of thing. And they can just snap at any time. You can say the sun is gray outside and you can see it coming. Sometimes you can see it in their facial expression. You can see how disgusting they look at you like, oh, just wait. I got you. I got you. I'll never forget one of my, I'll do that on another video, but I'll do that on this next video. But this is part 2 of my domestic violence series. Thank you for watching.